Welcome mates, I'm Bloodthirsty Lord, but you can call me Lordy, and today we're back on Paragon once again, and today we're doing an advanced tip video on Countess on one of her abilities, which is called Shadow Slip. This is a very simple ability at first, but it can be very complex as well. But once you understand this, you'll be able to juke the enemy team, lane phase better and be more aggressive in lane, and also dodge enemy skill shots and become invulnerable. And these are things that you will need to outplay the enemy team in every scenario. But before we get into this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe button to keep up to date with all the greatest and latest Paragon gaming content and Paragon gaming news. And as always, expect it here first. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. Also mates, I just woke up and I'm still sick, so that sucks, but we're gonna make this amazing video. So for the last week, we've been talking about Countess on my channel. We're talking about her abilities, the actual character itself, and what she can do. And now within this actual update, when she did get released to the public, we got to play her at home and see how strong she can be. And some of the tips and tricks, or pretty much guide that we're going over right now, you might have noticed for yourself when you've been playing Countess and trying to master her for yourself. So in game, the Shadow Slip ability does describe it as a blink towards the enemy ability that does damage towards the enemy that you blink on, and also applies a slow on that enemy for 1.5 seconds. And if you're able to re-trigger the ability, you go back to the original position where you cast the initial part of this ability. And also if you use Shadow Slip on a minion, it'll be executed instantly. And for majority of players, they will just say that you can blink towards enemies with this ability, and that's pretty much it. But this ability can do so much more if you play in the right scenarios. So let's talk about her early game, aka her lane phase. It's pretty difficult to stop the enemy minions from pushing into your tower, especially if you don't have a point into Shadow Slip. And the reason why I say that, Shadow Slip is a crucial part of stopping that enemy wave, or freezing the lane, or even being aggressive and pushing the wave into their tower. And that is pretty hard, usually, especially if you're a melee burst caster, because you obviously don't have the range to go up close, when usually players in mid lane are casters, ranged casters that will be able to be aggressive and poke you out of lane. But if you put an early point into your Shadow Slip ability, aka your primary ability, at level 2 or even level 1, you'll be able to freeze the lane, then slowly push it aggressively towards the enemy laner into their tower, by only using your Shadow Slip ability towards the minion that is in the backline, aka their ranged minion, which shoots with his actual plasma rifle or some sort, or the siege minion that is also in the backline as well. It's pretty much guaranteed that one of those minions will spawn with each wave, and those two types of minions are the main source of damage within that actual wave. So you want to destroy them first as quick as possible, so then your wave starts pushing in slowly towards their tower. But if you use your Shadow Slip ability on the massive siege minion, that is your best option, because it will make it even easier to push in and out of the wave. And instead of having the wave coming towards your tower when you're pretty much not able to even land any type of CS or minion kills, which will put you behind, you're able to freeze the lane in the mid lane or push it even further into the enemy tower, which will make the enemy laner have a harder time getting that minion kills or CS within the actual game, which will obviously give you an advantage and obviously a massive lead. And Dark Tide and Shadow Slip worked really well together in the lane phase. And you can also use your Shadow Slip ability to instantly execute a super minion as well. So now let's move on to the next topic, and that is juking as Countess. This will also clash with another topic, which is pretty much dodging enemy skill shots and becoming invulnerable. But the way I'm seeing juke and the way I'm going to think about it within this video, I'm going to explain the scenario first. Say if you're getting chased down by an enemy team and you're around the mid lane and you still have the enemy minion wave there. You use your Shadow Slip on a minion while the enemy player, say a Grux, is trying to hit you. Then the enemy Grux realizes that you're somewhere else, and he pretty much uses his charge ability to get closer towards you, since you're in a different position where the minion that you instantly executed was. Then pretty much what you want to do is run towards their base. That is kind of interesting, don't you think? But once you get really close and the time of that red circle comes to the near end, you want to re-trigger your ability. You have 4 seconds to do so, and then you go back to your original position where you can just pretty much turn around and go towards your home base and be safe. That is what you want. That is a simple juke in terms within this actual ability they use on Countess. You can use juking as a way to pretty much engage enemies, but you can also use it as a way to escape enemies. Say if the enemy team is trying to gank you, there's 3 players on the enemy team coming towards the mid lane. What do? There's different types of terrain on the actual mid lane, towards the left lane and the right lane, because of the jungle interactions that occur, or the routes that occur to the actual mid lane. So what you want to do is pretty much use that to your advantage. If the enemy is in a lower terrain and he's just waiting for you, or the enemy was on the same terrain as you and you were jumping down, queue towards that enemy and make sure that no one else is up there, because if there isn't, then you can just walk back and be safe. If not, and they end up all coming back up once again, re-trigger that ability and you'll be on the lower terrain within the jungle. Then you can go into your travel mode or auto sprint to escape escape that actual engagement or gank from the enemy team. So after I explain those two types of situations, you should have an understanding of what juking is. It's pretty much leaving your enemy clueless on where you actually are or what your actual position is, and it will end up leading to many scenarios being great for you. And now into one of the most interesting parts of the actual kit, and it's becoming invulnerable, being able to dodge enemy skill shots with a small time frame. And some people don't even know this. Within the Shadow Slip ability alone, you get 2 chances to get invulnerable and dodge enemy skill shots. You first use your ability once, and once you're actually teleporting to the actual location, you're not on the actual map for at least 0.1 seconds to 0.2, which means you're able to dodge any skill shots within that actual time frame. And then once you re-trigger that ability again within the next 4 seconds before it actually closes down, you'll be able to re-trigger it and go back to your original position, and once you do that, there'll be another 0.1 to 0.2 seconds when you're not able to get hit. I don't know the exact timing on it, but that's what it feels like every time I use it, and it feels amazing and glorious once you dodge enemy skill shots that could have landed a killing blow from up close or from a distant range. Say if the enemy team Murdoch was about to land a killing blow on you, and you're in lane and you have no clue it's about to happen, but you see the beam of light, the initial beam of light, before it actually does that burst effect. So what you want to do once you actually see that, straight away, use your Q ability on any type of minion or any type of enemy hero that is somewhere not in the range of that global range ultimate, and then you'll be able to dodge that ultimate. Since the time you are traveling, you become invulnerable, and obviously the ultimate will shoot and you're in your invulnerable state, so nothing could happen, and then you'll be teleporting towards the minion and it looks like you didn't even do anything, and you just like walk to the side and pretty much sidestepped, and that's how it's going to feel once you dodge ultimates like that. It feels beast-like, and you feel really amazed of what you've done within a split-second decision. There's many other interactions like a GTF ultimate by Grimace coming towards you, then you go use your actual Shadow Slip ability on a minion, you can dodge it and then go back to your original position quite easily. There's so many things you can do. It is bloody amazing, but the timing is needed in order to dodge abilities like that, especially a GTFO ultimate. But if you do take this into account whenever you play, it'll work out really well for you. And whenever you use your Shadow Slip ability to try and juke enemy or dodge enemy skill shots or becoming invulnerable, make sure the enemy doesn't use any type of stun, any type of knockback or knock up on you, because if they do, you won't be able to re-trigger your Shadow Slip ability and it will be cancelled, and then the timer or cooldown will start to begin for that actual ability. Mix all the knowledge that you've gained today from lane phasing as counters, from juking as counters, and also being able to dodge enemy skill shots and becoming invulnerable as counters, you'll be able to outplay enemies with ease. And pretty much the gameplay you would have seen in the background for like the past 7 or 8 minutes is me playing counters and testing her in those type of scenarios and showcasing it in somewhat of a way. She's one interesting hero, and she's such a wonderful made hero, especially with the kit and the synergy of each ability. But mates, I want to know your thoughts on this actual video, and also if you've done any of these things within Paragon as counters and you've had a glorious moment and satisfaction after doing those type of things. Leave your comment in the comment section down below. So mates, if you enjoy this video, show your support by smashing that like button. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video. And also mates, this will be submitted to the Agora CC contest or challenge, so that's been quite interesting to see what the outcome is and what the results are. If they liked it as well, that'd be bloody amazing. And mates, if you want to see more Paragon gaming content and gaming news, all you have to do is share this with your friends and hit that subscribe button to become a mate today. And that is all for this video. Oh, time's go, but don't you worry, we're back very soon. Hang chats boys, because you ain't seen nothing yet. And mates, if you're still here, make sure you use hashtag AgoraCC in the comment section down below, and also on Twitter and Reddit, and let's see what madness we can create with this video.